Okay, so you are absolutely crushing it in your local market. But let's be honest, taking that success and scaling it globally, that is a completely different beast. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the mechanics of strategic business growth and figuring out exactly why true business mentorship is the ultimate secret weapon for companies looking to go global. To really understand this, we're going to look at Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or TIB, as our masterclass case study in what effective mentorship actually looks like in the real world. So think about this for a second. What actually turns a local idea into a massive, sustainable global venture? Because we all know having an amazing product or service, that's literally just the starting line. Here is a wild fact for you. A huge percentage of startups fail during international expansion simply because they don't understand foreign regulations. The jump from local to international is just packed with hurdles. You've got complex trade policies, crazy market dynamics, and fierce digital competition. The secret sauce to surviving all that isn't just throwing capital at the problem. It's about guidance. It's having the right blueprint from day one. Now, when we talk about business mentorship, we are absolutely not talking about grabbing a quick coffee and getting a motivational pep talk. No way. It is a rigorous, hands-on process. It's about taking raw ideas and transforming them into sustainable ventures through strategic advisory, trade facilitation, and flawless market execution. Basically, it's about handing an entrepreneur a literal toolkit for not just surviving, but totally dominating on the global stage. All right, here is our roadmap for today. 1, the power of mentorship. 2, the strategic growth toolkit. 3, the digital advantage. 4, the guide behind growth. And finally, number 5, real-world business impact. Let's get into it. Section 1, the power of mentorship, beyond basic consulting. You know, there is actually a huge difference between a standard consultant giving you short-term, transactional advice and a trusted strategic partner who is locked in on your long-term growth. True mentorship is totally the latter. A regular consultant might just hand you a thick report, wish you luck, and walk away. But a strategic partner, they're sitting in the passenger seat with you. They help you navigate the tricky terrain, combining deep market insight with ethical practices to build something that's actually going to last. Moving on to Section 2, the Strategic Growth Toolkit, equipping for the global stage. A real mentor provides you with a heavy-hitting toolkit for execution. And we are talking about serious granular stuff here. Export support, nailing your market entry strategy, precise buyer-seller matchmaking, and getting your product positioning just right. It even covers the tough operational tasks, like recruiting dependable dealers and setting up single-company exhibitions. The whole point is to make sure you step onto that international stage feeling 100% confident and fully compliant. And hey, effective mentorship has to be backed up by hard, measurable capabilities, right? Looking at TNIB as our model, their founder, MD Joynal Abden, brings an 85% expertise rating in export market selection and a massive 90% rating in both buyer-seller matchmaking and digital marketing. These aren't just vanity metrics. They are the actual foundation of reliable advisory. They show exactly where a mentor's strengths need to be, connecting the perfect product to the perfect global buyer. Section 3, the digital advantage. It's time to modernize the journey. If you want to scale today, you absolutely need a multi-layered digital pipeline. It's just not optional anymore. Step 1 is building a secure, professional website. That is your global storefront. Step 2 is going hard on search engine optimization because international buyers actually need to find you in a totally crowded market. And Step 3, activating multi-channel campaigns across Google Ads, social media, and even WhatsApp. This builds a dynamic brand that truly connects with an international audience. Here's the bottom line. Modern business growth means you have to combine that deep, old-school market insight with a fierce, data-driven digital strategy. You literally cannot scale globally if you're missing half of that equation. Relying on just one or the other, it's like trying to row a boat with a single oar. You are just going to burn a lot of energy spinning in circles. That brings us to Section 4, the guide behind growth, featuring MD Joynal Abden. Because let's face it, a mentor's authority comes directly from their own trajectory. Check this out. Starting as assistant secretary at the FBCCI back in 2008, moving up through the SME Foundation to empower small businesses, becoming secretary at the DCI to actually shape trade policy, and then founding TNIB in 2022. That is the exact kind of deep institutional knowledge you want bridging the gap across international borders.
All of that history adds up to over 18 years of specialized, in-the-trenches experience fostering global trade, which has directly resulted in over 150 successful projects being delivered, taking high-level theory and proving it works in the real world. And, crucially, empowering over 145 highly satisfied clients all around the globe. This is exactly what battle-tested mentorship looks like. Which leads us to our final stop, Section 5, Real-World Business Impact. So what does a rigorous mentorship framework actually look like when it works? It looks like a massive global footprint. We're talking successful cross-border collaborations everywhere, from Cannabis Inc. and Rahabar Landscaping up in Canada, to Jaime Berry in Japan, Freshly Simple in Malaysia, investment pipelines out in Djibouti, and All Right Marine Services over in Singapore. It takes incredible local ambition and just directly plugs it into the global trade matrix. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from the folks actually living this. Mostafiza Rahman, the founder and CEO of Cannabis Inc. over in Canada, points straight to TNIB's commitment to quality execution and ethical practice as the core reason they're such a rock-solid partner for sustainable growth. And we see the exact same sentiment from Rahabar Landscaping, also in Canada. They highlighted how strong professionalism and, most importantly, practical insight added real value to their business. It just proves that the best business mentorship is all about the execution. It's not just talking theory. Clear communication plus an understanding of cross-border dynamics equals measurable success, every time. So to wrap this all up, a true guide acts as a business consultant by strategy, a consultant by absolute commitment, and a partner in sustainable growth for the long haul. That is the fundamental philosophy of impactful mentorship. Which leaves me with one final critical question for you to chew on. Is your business ready for a strategic partner in growth? Because whether you're a scrappy startup just finding your footing or an established company looking to break borders, the difference between stalling out and totally succeeding almost always comes down to the mentor you choose to ride with. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.